Okay, in honor of Deadpool, in fact, since I've just seen it, I am now going to have my first chimichanga. Very good. Almost as good as this movie. Deadpool, directed by Tim Miller, starring Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson / Deadpool. This movie I've been waiting and waiting to see. I really liked Deadpool ever since I saw his character in Hulk vs. Wolverine. Unfortunately, later on we get the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie, which totally ruined the character. Sealed his mouth shut. How do you have Merc with a mouth and then seal his mouth shut? That's so dumb. I mean, they perfectly casted the right actor for the role, but they totally wasted him. And Ryan Reynolds hasn't had a good history with comic book movies. He also did the Green Lantern movie, which wasn't that good, although I did kind of like it. So now he gets Deadpool, and he gets to make the movie the way he wants to make it, with a great director, and the movie is fantastic. It's excellent. From beginning to end, right from the opening credits, this movie is hilarious. Best opening credits ever. The plot of this movie, Wade Wilson is a former mercenary who has no interest in becoming a hero. He meets up with this woman named Vanessa, played by Morana Baccarin from Firefly. They fall in love, they have great chemistry, terrific chemistry. They perfectly complement each other. They both have the same sense of humor, which is excellent. I love the fact that they were equally cracking jokes to each other. That was awesome. But Wade Wilson finds out he has terminal cancer in the brain, the lungs, the heart, I think too, and the liver. He doesn't know how to fight it. He doesn't know what can be done in order to save him. This government guy comes to him with a possible cure for Wade's disease. Tells him he's going to give him something out to not only cure his cancer, but turn him into a superhero, give him powers he's never dreamed of. Wade Wilson doesn't believe him at first, but eventually realizes it's probably his only option to save his life. So he goes through the experiment. The experiment is run by this guy named Ajax, played by Ed Skrein, who was the Transporter in the Transporter reboot, which was a terrible movie, but Ed Skrein is great in this movie as the villain in this film. But the process that Ed Skrein puts him through to get the mutant genes that he's injecting into Wade Wilson to get him to work makes him very ugly, makes Wade Wilson look horrible. And when Wade Wilson sees what Ajax has done to him, even though it's cured his cancer, he wants revenge because he doesn't feel he can be with his girlfriend with such an ugly face now. The movie is so good. The fourth wall humor that Deadpool does in this movie is excellent. All the people that you see around him do such a great job of complimenting Deadpool. Like T.J. Miller as Weasel is very funny in this film. We got this old woman, I think her name is, in the movie, is Blind Al, played by Leslie Uggams. She's great. Gina Carrero plays Ajax's right-hand woman in the movie. She's awesome in this film. She's not even that great of an actress. Two X-Men show up in this movie, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and they're excellent in this film. We actually get a Russian Colossus at that too. I mean, that's just great to have a Russian Colossus, because Colossus is Russian in the comics, but the actor that they originally chose to play Colossus in the previous X-Men films never did the Russian accent. And finally we get a Russian Colossus, a voice actor doing the Russian Colossus voice, and someone else is doing the physical performance. And Brianna Hildebrand is great as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I like her sense of humor in the movie as well. This was a really good movie, and Ryan Reynolds is just born to play this role. He's excellent as this character, and I love the suit. I liked the way he was using the swords, the guns that he uses in the movie is great, and all the jokes he makes about X-Men Origins Wolverine, Green Lantern, Hugh Jackman in general, it was just awesome, and all the other jokes he does are great as well. Everything about this movie is hilarious and excellent. I was grinning from beginning to end. There is an after credits scene, so stay after the credits in order to catch that. This was just such a great movie, and it definitely needed to be rated R. There's no way this movie could have been as good if it was rated PG-13. So those of you who made a puny G-13 petition, I'd like to slap you upside the head, because this movie would have been terrible as PG-13. Go take your kids to see Kung Fu Panda 3 if they want to see a superhero movie. This movie is made for adults, and the violence is very R-rated, the humor is very R-rated, it is excellent, and how it uses it is great. I'm going to give this movie an A+. Definitely check this movie out.